Are kelp farms still good in the donut S&P in 2026? That's what I've been wondering. So in today's video, I'm going to have $750,000 to buy this stuff for a farm my friend has made me. We're going to see just the amount of profit I can make off of a kelp farm. My only goal is to be able to buy a PvP kit and win a PvP match. Well, let's see what he made me. Let's get to the kelp farm. Alright guys, I just spoke to my friend and he said that the farm should be right down there. I honestly thought he was going to give me just a tree farm and I was actually going to crash out. But it should just be down this way. Ooh, this is actually not horrible. Ooh, that'd be pretty nice. Ooh. Well, I guess this is going to be the farm that we're going to be using. Hold up. That's just a smelter. Let's check the farm. Alright. Oh, so he already has like blaze rods, but we're not going to be using any of those since that would basically be like cheating. We're only going to be using stuff with the $750,000 we have and hopefully making a profit. So I'm going to check over everything, make sure that there's nothing in any of these like smokers, chests or anything so that we can go ahead and get started. Alright, well, I'm gonna go call my friend so he can give me a little rundown on how to operate this thing. I'll talk to you guys once I figure out how to actually operate the machine. Alright, y'all, he gave me a very short rundown. So apparently, I throw bone meal into here. I throw blaze rods into these chests to go inside the smokers. And then I, get the kelp up here. And then I throw the kelp into here for them to also go into the smokers. So it is not automatic, it's a manual farm. Which, I mean, you know, I don't mind a little bit hard labor. Okay, well, I'm about to buy the stuff to get this farm rolling. And we're just going to see how much money I can make. I'm actually pretty excited for this. Alright, let's get buying. Alright, so first off, I'm going to buy some bone blocks. You know, bone blocks are probably the most important thing. So we can actually, like, grow the farm, you know? I think I'm gonna get down to like 350, so like right around here with bone block. Maybe more if we have the more money. And then I think we need blaze rods like big time. You know, that's the way that we're gonna be smelting things. But here's about a shulker, basically almost a shulker full of blaze rods. So I think I'm gonna grab these blaze rods and just throw them in. I don't think we need much more than this. Into this chest. But let's start this farm and let's see how well it performs. Very hard level to number. Alright, there we go. Hold on 1 second, it's like catching things. Is there any blocks my friend might find? Alright. Alright, let's see how this farm works. Alright, so basically, it will travel the kelp all the way over to me. And yeah, it works pretty well. Get you a good amount of kelp. and then you'll then throw the kelp down. It'll go into the hopper, and then you see how it just lit up. One of the hoppers is now smelting it, and then it will then go into the crafter. Alright, y'all. I think I'm gonna go AFK for a little bit, you know, let my inventory fill up. Maybe. Let's turn on the crafters real quick. That looks like big time money if you ask me. Yeah, that's good money. Alright, well, I'm gonna let these smelt for a little bit until they're all done smelting. And I guess I'll see y'all in a little bit. Hold on, I should probably put this kelp somewhere. Nope. Alright, y'all, I come back and all of the machines are turned off. So that means all we gotta do, let's just check this out. Okay, nice. W's. Alright, now all we gotta do is turn on these crafters and watch the money just pour out. Ooh, yeah, this is a lot of kelp. Nice. Okay, this one's still crafting some. This one must add a lot more kelp than the others. Alright, are they all done crafting? W's. Now we're gonna check on this one. Okay, it's not enough to make a kelp block, but I mean still. Alright, first chest, let's see how much kelp blocks we got. Oh, baby, that's a good amount. Alright. Second chest. Alright, that's a lot. Alright. So, at the beginning of the video, we had $752,000. Let's see if we made a profit or not. Let's go to /orders. Let's search kelp block. Let's make sure we're at the most expensive one. Most money. $750 each. Did we make our money back? Or our kelp farm still horrible? Alright. Alright, so after all of that, we did not make our money back. We lost $250,000. See, now there's a way that you can make lots of money. Like, if I spent more money on bone blocks than blaze rods, because we see that I still have way more blaze rods. But I mean, I did buy as many bone blocks as I could. And it didn't make me any of my money back. So it turns out kelp farms, I mean, it depends on what farm you have. I had this very small, non-automatic kelp farm. So it honestly depends. If you have skelly spawners and whatnot, lots of things can differentiate. I think if you had skelly spawners, it could be worth it in like the long run. but buying the bone meal isn't really worth it. So I'd give Kelp Farm a good maybe 4 out of 10. Not the greatest, but at least it can make you $500,000. But we'll be ranking more farms to see which one is like way better. So stay tuned for those videos. But in the long run, I don't think kelp farms are still like the best way to go in 2026 unless you have skelly spawners or unless you're just trying to like have a cool farm and maybe like sell them or something. Other than that, I wouldn't recommend making kelp farms in 2026. Peace out, yo.